just get what happened. Agaba is walking. Proceed. Yes. There we are. So that's the same Agaba? Yes? That's the same Agaba? Okay. That's Mrs. Bagenda?
Yes.
Have you gone through the scanner?
Yes, that one. That is the scanner. Mr. Chairman, I note the date of 8th February.
Where? In the corner, is it there?
Yeah, in the corner.
I don't see it.
At 10.
It's 10.
No.
What date is that?
The time is 10.
Because we need to know what date.
Date is.
Isn't it up there? Or down?
Maybe is the month, but the date is.
Okay.
No, but that 8 comes from 2018. It is.
That's Miss Chambade. Okay. But I saw the lady carrying the kavera. It wasn't searched. Who? What she was carrying wasn't searched. Huh?
Was it the one of Mrs. Bagenda searched?
No. They just went through, they are not searched.
But that time is PM. The time is PM, Mr. Chairman.
What?
PM. No, it is 10.
10 is not.
Oh, 10. 10 could be the date. It begins with the year.
We shall interpret
now
those.
it is a heavy cover when it's coming on.
Yes. Ordinarily, Director, I think the lady is going out of the building?
Yes, it's going out of the building.
Ordinarily, aren't you supposed to subject yourself to searching what you are taking out?
It's not supposed to be searched. It's not supposed to use that door.
Why is it there?
Chair, let's stop there. That door was opened for her. Let's go back.
For whom?
Let's go back, please.
It's okay.
Let's go back.
Oh, of course, it was open.
She's seated there in security. She moves. See her? She goes and opens her door for Julie. You see, she opens, Julie gets out. But she didn't pass
So this time Julie did pass through this scanner.
She didn't pass the rest scanner. And the thing is heavier than the way it came.
Okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed. We just want to get the facts. The explanation will be later.
She opens for her and salutes.
Of course, she never broke on the door.
The door next to that.
That is your vehicle. This is what you.
At that point, maybe we can ask a question. What were the contents in the bag? Were those the plates you are talking about? You just have to pause. Then, yes, I think we can now have the system on now. It is continuing actually. How long is it going to take you? Don't give us. Anyway, just continue playing. Can you resume the tape, please?
Play.
It's played.
Is this the same lady coming back?
Is she the one? Mrs. Bagenda. She's the one? She has dropped the other in the car. Now she's coming back.
How about this gentleman now?
Is your bodyguard here? We asked her to come.
Yes, she's here.
Can you confirm that that is you, madam? What's your name again? Sorry? Where are you? Sorry?
You are watching from there.
I come this side. You want
She's
to?
watching from there.
Can you confirm you're the one? Okay. And confirm you didn't subject what you are carrying to. Check. What you carried was not checked. Okay. Where is the driver, Mr. Who? What's the name? Is he? Where is he?
I'm told the driver is not around, it's on honeymoon in Queen.
It's what?
Landed on 29.
Oh, okay.
I'm such a chair. Let her also just confirm that she passed through an emergency now.
That door you passed, is it an emergency door? Sorry? Is it? Are they, okay. Just get that way. You pass through an emergency door. Okay. The other one is a cover and then the lady is somebody. Not so? Director?
Yeah, the lady is
Yes. Is it running? Okay. Is that also the emergency door again? No, that's the ordinary door. Sorry? That's the...
It's the main door.
Can I have an explanation? Which door is that, Director? Don't play it from the beginning, just...
No, that is through the stand.
Yeah, that's door.
Through the walkthrough.
Who is that one
So
now?
that's the ordinary door.
That's where they should pass ordinary.
Okay.
Oh, the other details they never pass through this kind of
Why did you use the emergency door?
Those questions be later. Let's see how it is asked. So this is when? 14th March. No, 20th. Director, which day is this one? Is it a working day?
What time was that?
Laptop? You people, don't throw that thing. It's going to fall. Six what? 6:24 p.m. 14th March. Sometimes the people to alight from the car. Is that the bodyguard again? Is that you, madam? Okay. Is you done carrying the bag? And another bag? Can you handle that microphone and speak through it, please? So who was following you behind?
That is the driver.
The driver? Okay. The one, it is you carrying the bag? Yes, madam?
Yes, Mr. Chief.
And the one following is who?
It is the driver.
The driver, okay. Yeah, it is on. Oh, okay, just, it didn't go through the scanner? Okay. And let's get the first colleague. No, they have not gone through the scan. let's watch in silence.
The other time it was 6, now 9.
Is that Mrs. Bagenda also? No. I think that was the right moment. Do you have any other director? That's all what we have. Can I ask, was this an isolated incident? Did you say one of them? Yes.
That was the incidents which we captured when we were investigating the taking out of the things, and when we were told the search leaked.
You find it unusual for one to enter and see without going through the scanner and everything that happened that day. Do you find anything that looks unusual?
Mr. Chair, we found it unusual.
Mr. Chairman, I wish to know from the Director of Security, when you posed the question, he said that was one of the incidents.
Yes.
Could there be any other incident related to breach of security protocol that is in your knowledge?
When this happened, we checked on the system, and we found also on the 4th of February, there was a breach in the security protocol.
Breach by who?
There were 2 visitors who came to the bank without clearance. There were 2 visitors who came to the bank without clearance.
2 people access the bank without clearance.
Yes, please, Mr. Chairman. They came and Mrs. Bagenda was in the office, and those people were cleared by the guard, and they entered and she escorted them to her office.
Director.
She's not the one who is supposed to clear. She opened for them. She facilitated them going in.
Chair.
Let's get the facts. When was that? Then we can ask the question.
That was on the 4th of February.
What day was it?
It was a Sunday.
On a Sunday?
Yes, please.
I thought Sunday you people are in church.
Chair, since the Director of Security says that was one of the footages, could we be having the other footage also and we have a look at it?
I think I have the footage. I could share it and watch it.
Sorry?
I have the flash disk. We could share it. We could give it and play it.
Mr. Chairman, I presume the Director must have seen these footages before today, and we have seen here somebody misdirecting people. What have you done to that officer?
No, we are going to handle those later. Let's get the facts first.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, you didn't make a ruling. I think it is appropriate that before we relocate to our positions, we take benefit of the second footage and we watch it. Then we can raise questions that are related to both.
Can you have that second footage?
Honorable Babadiri, you were seated very far. But Honorable Panado may help you.
Let's not get so excited about some of these things. What day is that? It's February 4th. And the time? From love to what?
That is the bodyguard.
Where Miss Adu. Yeah, I think you better sit at the what? Closer to the laptop so that you can view the picture. Is that you?
Chair, can she confirm that she partly contributed in opening the gate?
Yeah, she's
On
there.
record. She's not talking on record.
She's the one, she has confirmed, and we have seen her open.
Waiting for the business.
That's a different car? Sorry? Oh, it's a replay. Who is this one behind? Just 1 second. Pause. Sorry? Who was behind you? The one who was following you.
Please, Mr. Chair, as I said last time, my work is to give security to my principal. Other issues, money documents, what have visitors, none of my business. Well, now the questions are becoming very many. My work is to give security.
Mr. Chair, witness is becoming hostile.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, the witness is hostile.
Can I guide? I want to pronounce your name correctly. Miss Adikun? Adikori. There is no reason why you should lose your temper. Absolutely none. That's number one. Number two, you are going to answer each and every question asked to the best of your knowledge. Three, whether there are too many, you will answer them. And don't make a fuss out of nothing. There is no comedy in this place. So, if you don't know, just say, I don't know. We are asking you, you are working with a gentleman, and we are asking you one question for which you don't even have to lose your temper about it. Who is that gentleman you were moving with? Can you play it back so that she sees that footage? Just look at the footage.
Kindly, Mr. Chair, since my principal is around, may her help me to answer?
Don't irritate us, please. Don't irritate us, please. Please, colleagues, let's just do this. Do you know that gentleman behind you?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Who is he?
That's Mr. Masem.
But that was all. Okay. Continue. Can we watch the footage, please? car is that one? Director security. Which car is that? Whose car is that?
The bodyguards should be able to tell us whose car that was, because he escorted that person and then the car left. That is the car. That's the car of the person who was escorted out.
Chairman, we are asking according to what we can see. We don't want to speculate. So when we are asking about a vehicle, don't say it is a person. When it comes to the person, we shall ask. But secondly, Director Security, you have seen this thing before now. So some of this, you should not really.
Okay,
Miranda.
Can we do, whose car is that? Director Security.
I don't know the owner of the car, but that's the car Mr. Masimbe came with, and he entered that car and went out with it. I don't know whether it is his car or a hired car.
That was the time he left.
From the
that was at 3:25.
3:25 p.m.
The number plate. Do you have the registration number?
do you register vehicles that are accessing the bank?
We are supposed to register all the cars which come to the bank, but this one was not registered.
Okay. So you did say there was a breach. This was one of those breaches. What breach was this? I imagine the bank I can also walk in. What breach was this?
One, the person came without clearance. A car came in without clearance, and it was not recorded.
Who is supposed to clear the stranger like me if I were to come to the bank?
The office of the Director Security.
The office of what?
Director Security.
And you want to tell us this one was not cleared?
No, we don't have it on record. Can you repeat the question, please? We have hotlines. If you want clearance, you can call us and we clear you.
Mr. Chairman, the director is saying that it is a practice to register all vehicles that enter, and that one was not registered. Did they take any measures to discipline, at least to discipline the personnel that were at the entries, that were on duty that very day? And how was that vehicle not cleared?
Okay, let's do this. The meeting is going to resume. Is that the end of the clip?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yes, there was an Indian. Yeah. Chair.
Hey. Oh my God.
What take it back? We need to see how it ended.
Is it the very day?
That was the very day.
Sorry?
That was the very day.
How did you get on?
Can we play from the number one?
No, there's the Indian. After the black sister, go next. There's up, go up. You can sit.
Can you do what we are telling you to do, please?
Let's confirm the madam there. Who is that Indian?
No. But I think, how did he access at the beginning? Okay, that's the beginning.
From the gate,
From where?
from the gate.
You are going to see the yellow one. Okay? Was that vehicle registered?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, we want to be exact. Was it?
It was not registered.
That's you again, madam?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Do you know the person you opened for and guided up there?
I don't recall his name because those are my principal's visitors.
Okay.
But Mr. Honorable, even some of you have
Just
order, Mr. Chairman.
Can
Order, Mr. Chairman. No, don't give her water.
Please.
Order.
Colleagues, as leaders, we need to have very strong shock absorbers. So I don't want us to fall victim of provocation. If somebody would think she will provoke anger from us, I think it is an attempt in futility. Proceed.
But Mr. Chairman, I think that question has to be answered.
Proceed. Proceed with the question.
Madam,
Where were you guiding the vista to?
I was sent by my principal, but you go to such and such.
Can you mention the name?
This is Justin Bagenda.
Yes.
That's
very good. That's okay. That's okay.
So she sent you to?
Colleagues, we now know she was sent by Mrs. Bagenda to pick the gentleman. She doesn't know the gentleman. The other one, she knew and she gave us the name. Let us not miss the flow. Let's go back to the footage. We shall get all those questions then. Let's go with it, then you ask the questions. Okay. Can you replay it when he's just going in?
vehicles are those exiting?
Are there two? I saw one.
White one earlier.
Which discuss more?
There is that one.
That is a bank vehicle.
And this one.
Can we know the officer who uses that white vehicle?
We can find out the driver who was in charge of that vehicle on that day.
Okay. Is there any other? The black one? The black one, I think.
The black one was for the Indian.
Yeah, maybe we could also find out were those the only two visitors or there was any other?
On that particular day, there were two visitors. You could play the next ones to see how they went out also.
Okay, next.
Mr. Director, it looks like our technician doesn't have what you want him to play.
That we had watched. Can we resume the meeting then? Okay, thank you very much. You will hand over. You will hand May I call this meeting to order again, colleagues? Mrs. Bagenda, you have now viewed the footage. including that one which we hadn't viewed before. I'm sure you've also noted the dates where we have seen security breaches. Before I allow my colleagues to put questions or clarification, to seek clarification from you, your bodyguard identified one of your visitors. The other one was not identified. May we know who that visitor is?
Thank you, Chair. The visitor is the Managing Director of Bank of Baroda.
Just give us the name.
I might spell it wrongly, but it is Ashwin Kumar. Ashwin Kumar.
Ashwin Kumar, Managing Director,
Bank of Baroda.
Bank of Baroda. Okay. Colleagues, do you have any clarification you are seeking from Mrs. Bagenda? And I want to limit this to, it's 20 past midday, to exactly 30 minutes. We should be done with this one. And we go to the next subject. Bank of Uganda, other Bank of Uganda officers are here, including Kaplan. Is Sylvia? Was Syl's letter delivered, Mr. Kagoro? They what? They refused. Okay. If they, it's just an invitation. If they refuse to hit the invitation, we shall use other means of getting them here. But let's discuss that later. Let's finish up with this thing about the...
Sure.
30 minutes, please. Honorable.
Chairman is to the Director Security. Is it a common practice that people can enter or your staff enter to bank premises without searching their vehicles?
It's not a normal practice.
What does your HR manual say in regard to that?
All vehicles entering the bank should be searched.
And after finding out that they were not searched, what did you do?
Some of these things have come up when we are doing investigations, and we are continuing with the investigations and the action to be taken.
And who is directly responsible for the access rights for that kind of searches?
We have a structure in the bank. We have somebody who is in charge of all the security assistance. Then above that...
Who is that person who is in charge of security assistance?
No, on top of that, we have somebody who is in charge of the section. Then we have the deputy director who is in charge of operations, who supervises that.
So in this case, who was supposed to be responsible for that?
The whole group was supposed to be responsible.
Okay, I think Honorable Tusime, Honorable Cooper, Honorable Nakaunde, then I just hear on, yes, Honorable Medad Segona, then I'll come this side. But can we keep them short so that we work within 30 minutes, please?
Thank you, Chair. Mine is first to Mrs. Bagenda. Mrs. Bagenda, the bank administration manual, particularly under 16.6.10, gives the category of the time to access the bank, and particularly so for non-staff or visitors. They're supposed to access the bank on Monday to Friday between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. Now, we have seen the second footage where you have visitors, first of all on Friday, on Sunday. I wish to know it from you. Did you know of the existence of the restrictions of access of visitors to banking premises?
Thank you, Chair. I was not aware. How long had you been in the bank? 35.4 years.
Mrs. Bagenda, in the same manual, it also provides for the time of access of the bank, of staff, and particularly so, if it is beyond working hours and weekends, you ought to get clearance from Director of Security. Did you pursue that clearance?
Thank you, Chair. I did not, because I didn't know that was a policy.
Director of Security, now that you are mandated to make the employees of the bank aware of the circumstances surrounding your mandate, is there a possibility that some banking staff, especially members of management, were not aware of the security conditions?
Mr. Chair, to answer that question, it should be the HR. They are the ones who are supposed to make sure staff read the administration manual and ensure they understand it. And as far as I know, I think there were several reminders to hold staff to read the administration manual and their policies.
Were the reminders in writing? Were the several reminders in writing?
I need to check with HR and the EDA's office to find out how many reminders they sent, because in compliance they are supposed to write those reminders to staff periodically.
Does each directorate or each office have this manual?
The manual is actually on the internet, accessible to everybody in the bank.
Are you done? And please, colleagues, we've got limited in 30 minutes, so let us not be too long. We need it as precise as possible. Honorable Cooper, Honorable Nakaunde, Honorable Segona, then I come this side.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Chair, I'm just wondering why the other senior officers are seated behind, because they always sit here. Mr. Sekabira and Kasule.
Can we let them sit wherever they want? Let's proceed.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask these visitors, Mrs. Bagenda, were these two people who have seen your visitors?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, they were.
Were they on official duty or the duty?
They were on official duty.
What was the official duty?
Max is our retained lawyer, and the discussions on the resolution of Ken Bank we are continuing any time of the week.
And then the one from Baroda?
The Baroda had a request to do with his clearance.
Who were you meeting with them?
I was the chair.
Do we have minutes to that meeting?
Mr. Chairman, we don't have minutes. We don't have minutes.
Okay.
Do you have any record of that meeting? of those meetings?
Mr. Chairman, the record is the output, yeah, but not the minutes.
That is not a record. Yes, Honorable Cooper, if you may summarize, and we have our colleagues also chance to ask questions.
Yeah, Director Security. Who were the officers who were on duty that Sunday when we were supposed to register the vehicle and the visitors and did not? Will we have their names?
We'll provide them, please.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Nakawanda, then Honorable Masebana, and then this, and I'll start from here, then I progress. Then Honorable Nua.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first question goes to the Director, Security. When he said that it is unusual for people to evade security protocol, and now has said that they have learned about this after these investigations. Did they, or have they subjected those security personnel to disciplinary action after learning about the investigations that are going on now? Have we subjected them to disciplinary action?
Some of them have been subjected to disciplinary action. Some of them have been forwarded for management with the higher authorities.
Another question, Mr. Chairman. At the footage, we saw somebody that was opening, and the Director Security said that he was told it was Agaba. This person is called Agaba. He said he was told, meaning that he doesn't know him. He didn't maybe know the person that opened the door that day. Can anybody open, somebody who is not a staff, can anybody open who is Agaba?
Chair, I mentioned Agaba is one of the members of staff of Bank of Uganda.
So is it, what are the descriptions of security personnel at Bank of Uganda?
Agaba is not a security personnel.
But we saw him opening for somebody.
That particular door is opened by anybody. And I think just because he saw the boss, he opened and left it open when he was entered.
Mr. Chairman, the last one goes to Mrs. Bagenda. Why did she feel it necessary to carry out documents in the evenings and weekends?
Thank you, Chair. The first footage obtained, I was on leave. 10th February, I was on leave. So that was the time I had to come.
But Agaba was opening for you.
They work on that date. I think he had worked in my field.
You were on leave and you came and somebody opened for you.
Mr. Chairman, I think the Director Security has said that that door can be opened by anyone.
So you used the advantage.
No, Chair, that's my recollection is that all security entrances and exits are manned by security personnel. That is my recollection.
You've actually not answered her question. She's saying, why did you find it necessary to carry documents out of the bank on a Sunday?
And evenings.
And in the evenings.
Chair, I wanted to give the dates. On 10th of February, I was on leave, and that's the time I had to come and clear my personal documents, as I told you yesterday. And every single day, with weekend, whether at night,
okay,
a security personnel manning the security.
Let's finish that point first. Is it normal for officers who are on leave to come and continue accessing their offices even after working hours?
To my recollection,
for my case, I came in with my...
No, I'm asking, is it normal in the bank for officers who on leave to come and access offices, including having their key to their physical offices, actually literally working?
Director Security, please.
No. I think can I have before you come in, Honorable Secretary, do you have anybody from the administration department here? Can I... Security?
I can answer that. Yes, Chair. We have different profiles. Management profiles, they can access the bank 24/7 at any time, even when they are on leave.
Okay.
And we have other categories of staff who can access the bank at any time for various reasons.
You can access 24/7 and carry out anything that you want 24/7.
Access is not carrying out anything. Access is coming to the office and doing whatever you are doing there and getting out with nothing.
Okay. Chair, before another comes, just a minute, just one thing. I wanted to ask Madam Adecorate that as part of your duties, we saw you opening the gate. Was that part of your duties to your boss?
Where's that mobile microphone?
They are not part of my duties, but there was only one person opening the gate. So I never wanted the other side of the gate to hit the car.
Director Security, was that right for a non-security personnel of the bank to open the gates?
On weekends, the gates are manned by specific people. And Adecorate is not one of those who are supposed to man the gates. Our duties are different from manning the gates.
Okay, Honorable Secretary, please. Then Honorable Nyoa. Actually, not that the line is too long, can I do like this?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So from Honorable Nyoa, I'll come this side, then this side.
First, the question I wanted to insist that Mrs. Bagenda answers has been answered by the Director of Security. And my questions are now reserved for the Director of Security. One, do you have a control room or center where you observe the proceedings or the happenings at the security gates? And if so, who mans it? And then, who was there in charge of that on the days in question? Number two, from that or any other means, have you witnessed or observed that there were breaches on that day or the days in question, and established who were responsible for those breaches? And finally, what did you do?
The first question, Honorable Secretary, I think withdraw it, because that touches the security apparatus of that institution.
Oh, yes. Okay. Do you have, I don't want to insist on the mechanism of observing. Were there breaches? And after establishing those breaches, what did you do?
I think I mentioned earlier that during the investigations, we observed there were breaches and we have taken up action and provided some of them for further management.
Honorable Nyoa.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Chairman, the ED is former EDS, the Bank of Uganda, 35 years, doesn't know the security manual. Can we have the administrative structure to help us know how the reporting channels are? And I would want to pose to her, how was she managing this, the whole bank structure when you don't know each department's details, including the security? Because I find it strange for you, the EDS,
of a bank not knowing the security of the bank, and yet you have worked there for 35 years. Are you telling the truth?
Thank you, Chair. Director Security has clarified that categories of our category has a 24/7 security clearance. So I have never been stopped 24 hours. I can come even at night.
No, I'm not asking about your movement in and out. You stated here that you do not know the security details where people are supposed to be checked in and down and out. That's what you made a statement, and I want you to confirm. Are you really telling the truth while you have been an EDBS for 35 years in Bank of Uganda?
I think we need to understand the question that was asked. It was not the checking, it was the working hours.
It is me asking you that question.
Okay, for the checking, I knew the checking was there.
So
that's why I passed through the scanner. I couldn't enter without being cleared by Director Security and his team.
Mr. Chairman, she's alluding the question because she made a statement when we asked why her bodyguards' baggages were not even checked. You know? But Mr. Chairman, on top of that, I want to know why was the emergency door used when your bags were brought in and out?
Can I ask Director Security that question?
Mr. Chairman, when maybe I could even start with your own bodyguard. Why didn't she have the bags checked? The bodyguard, I don't know your name because when you shout, I don't hear well. Why didn't you have the bags you collected from the vehicle with the driver pass through the security check? And why did you use the emergency door?
I don't know why the bags were not checked. But why use the emergency door is because the turnstile of the bank, those big bags cannot pass through. It's only a human being who can pass through there, or maybe with these small bags.
Are you a security officer?
Yes.
How long have you worked in the bank?
I've worked for 2 years now.
And do you see things not checked? Can I go in the bank and I'm not checked or carry in anything?
I don't sit because I don't sit at the entrance. I sit near my principal's office.
Do you take responsibility that you didn't have the items you brought in the bank and outside the bank not checked?
But my work is to give security, not to check.
Do you confirm that?
I don't confirm my principal's things in the bag.
Order. Can you answer my question? Can you confirm to this committee that the items you carried in the bank and outside the bank were not checked?
They were not checked.
Why?
I don't know.
Who was Mr. Chairman, we take note of that.
Okay.
And lastly,
we will not require the witness to give us the answers we want.
Yes.
Let us listen to the answers they give, and we shall make a judgment.
Secondly,
and that should be the last, because the other colleagues also need to seek clarification.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm still on the bodyguard. While who sent you to collect? What was the instructions to go and get the visitors, the 2 visitors we saw, whom you went and waited for at the gate?
My principal told me that there's someone who's going to come, go at the gate and pick such a person, so and so.
Thank you. Now, when you opened the gate, you came and you had arguments with other security people. One, Who was the security person you are having an engagement with, and what was the engagement? Because the vehicle bypassed them, and you remain in an engagement with the security personnel. Who were the security of them?
Mrs. Honorable, it wasn't an argument. Those are the people I normally work with. We were just talking, just this other normal discussion as I was waiting for the visitor.
Who were they? Can we know them? Who was that you were talking to?
Those were my fellow police officers.
Can you mention some?
We had Kafero, we had Okelo, we had Tumukunde, and we had the driver.
I rest my case.
Can we say just 1 minute, please?
Mr. Chairman, I need clarity because the questions asked by Honorable, they should be repeated by Honorable Tsime because she has got other questions. Therefore, what I asked for were for what she asked me to clarify on were raised by Honorable Tsime. So, for record purposes, Chair.
What is that? Just let me ask.
Questions about time and administrative manual. The way I understood it from Honorable Nya was different. For record purposes, we shall replay the questions. Thank you.
Anyway, I think let's proceed. Half a minute, half 1 minute, half 1 minute, half 1 minute.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I've seen that you still have a lot of work, and time is not on our side, but we shall see how we complete this. Honourable Chair, as a representative of the people of Bunyole, and also a member of the mighty party which is in power, NRM, I'm disappointed.
Is that a message to the chair?
Chair, I'm just telling you. Yeah.
Proceed.
What I'm saying, Chair, we may crucify the security or what, but it is evident. Chair, I'm not a lawyer, neither I'm not what? A judgment, okay. I'm giving an observation.
Please proceed on what?
I think this was an unintended move by Madam Bagenda, to remove whatever. And Chair, with this corruption which has gone into even the churches, she might have bought everyone, including...
I don't know about that.
I say it might, yes. So what I'm saying, Honourable Chair, in my own view, I think Madam Bagenda did it intentionally, because for 35 years, if people are saying the president only 33 years that he has overstayed, Bagenda, 35 years. 33 years, they are saying he has overstayed. Now Bagenda, 35. And she says she doesn't know the time. Honourable Chair, even in the parliament here, you come, they check you. And when you go out. So I think it is just a deliberate way and effort. Madam Bagenda, whatever you did, the country knew, even your families. You may go out of this legally, but socially and morally, even spiritually, you are held responsible. I rest my case.
This side, Honorable Namayanja. Honorable Namayanja. I'm trying to balance the board. So this. Honorable Namayanja, then I go back.
Before that, Mr. Chairman, as a procedure. Mr. Chairman, my training, my upbringing, my way of life is such that I avoid prejudice. My interpretation of the last statements of my colleague may not be as healthy, and we may be judged by them as a committee. May we take a decision, and I move as a motion that we expand them from our record.
Seconded. I proceed.
I think the Honorable Segona is a lawyer by training. Sometimes when witnesses give evidence, some evidence is material to what is being litigated, sometimes it is not. If it is not, it remains where it has been put. Honorable Namayanja, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. What I want to find out, we have just been informed that the bank has restricted days of work and time. I want to know under what circumstances does an officer, the officer, decide to work on a weekend and even after working hours? Just clarification.
No. We don't. You see, I don't want to run to the end when people are this side. So we have decided to balance the board. Try to be patient. Can you ask the question either?
Mr. Chairman, they are depending on one's workload and depending on business. Sometimes it might be necessary for one to come in over on a weekend to do work.
Sunday.
Mr. Chairman, my reading of the HR manual, I know we're not allowed to have visitors outside of working hours. And the few times we've had visitors even during working hours, but whose time periods exceed 5 p.m., there's a procedure they have to go through for them to even leave. Thank you.
Just Vincent, then Sheila, then this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My issue is about the exit with luggage, with the contents in these bags. And my issue is this. Indeed, I would perhaps agree with the bodyguard who said that the bags were too huge, that they could not go through the normal gate. I think they were as big as these tables. But the issue I would like to raise is, if indeed Ms. Bagenda, these bags, and if at all you agree with your bodyguard, that these bags were too large to go through the normal gate, why didn't you empty the contents so that they are checked at the normal exit gate, entry and exit, other than going through the emergency, if at all there was no sinister motive? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. We all watched the footage. We did not open, the people who are carrying bags did not open that emergency door. And we all watched the footage. I did not see the people who carried bags stopping the security from checking.
Mrs. Bagenda, as a senior staff of Bank of Uganda, do you know you have got an obligation to have any property going out of the bank checked? As a senior staff who has worked for 35 years.
Chair, as I said yesterday, I am using the footage. I was in my office.
Just answer
yes,
the
I was
question.
in my office.
Don't state your question. Answer the question. As a senior bank officer, do you know you have an obligation to have what you are carrying out of the bank checked?
The chairman, be fair to me. I was not with the people who carried bags. I have to answer for myself.
Okay, yours came out with a bag. Was it checked? Yours?
That is the handbag,
Yes,
and I
the handbag. Was it checked?
I passed through the
Was it
scanner.
checked?
Once I presented myself, Chair, to the security, and I passed through the scanner.
You never presented, you just walked away.
No, but it was, as the rules say,
you never presented yourself to the
no, I'm
security.
saying the
You
email
just walked through.
The email I read yesterday, Chair. The security personnel, that is the job description of the security personnel.
That is okay, that's fine. We know and we are going to hold them responsible. But we are talking about you, because you also preached.
Mr. Chairman, if we talk about the preacher, I did not preach. At that time, I passed through the scanner and I presented myself for checking.
Okay.
I presented myself for checking.
Thank you, Chair. First of all, I would like to ask the Director of Security whether those scanning monitors were on all the time. Because when you look at that footage...
I think you withdraw that question. Honorable.
Yes?
We don't want a situation whether the scanners are on or sometimes off. They should be on. Let's not interrogate us.
All right.
Yeah.
They are always on, we assume.
I don't want us to interrogate that.
Thank you, Chair. My second question goes to Mrs. Bagenda. You told us that the items taken out of the bank were personal belongings of various categories. Why then did you have to return them to the bank?
Thank you, Chair. All things I took out, as I said yesterday, were personal. The day I came back, Chair, I was coming from the airport, and that was a luggage from the airport which had reading materials, handing over documents, and gifts for my staff.
No, but the point is one. You are due for retirement. You clear your office of their personal belongings. Then later on, you again carry a load full of personal belongings. I think that's the question the Honorable colleague is asking.
Chair, I wanted to find out.
Colleagues, let's proceed in a let's proceed in a systematic way. Honorable Kumar, it will help us here. Let's answer that. Then you will answer. You will answer. Yes, can you answer the Honorable colleague's question?
Thank you, Chair. I have been working in the bank, as I said, 35 years. The things I took on 10th February were not the things I brought back. I was coming from the airport, Chair.
That we are going to interrogate.
Yes, I was coming from the airport. I was a chair of the African banking regulators. So we had a meeting in Pretoria, and we had materials which I was to bring back, and I brought them back, and some of them were for the handover. And I had gifts which I brought in South Africa, which were in my bag. Did you come straight from the airport to the office? Thank you, Chair. From the airport, I did not come straight.
Yeah, that's where I want to from.
But you see, Honorable Cooper, there are many colleagues who have not asked questions. I agree with you, Chair.
Yeah, I have to be fair to colleagues.
Yes, I agree with you, Chair. You did not come through straight to the bank. You went through your home. Why didn't you leave them at home? Because, Chair, if you look at the footage, the movement from the airport was via her home, and then to the bank. Why were these gifts not left at home?
Thank you, Chair. The footage, I didn't see myself passing through home. I didn't see it. Can you replay it?
No, we did trace that car. We know where it passed. We did trace it electronically.
I'm happy to see the car tracking log. I'm happy to see. Can I have a chance to see the car tracking log?
Yes. Director Security, please, you give the tracking document to her. Yes.
Thank you, Chair. My question first goes to the Director Security to confirm to us which gates are visitors supposed to use, the official gates for the visitors, because I saw all the footage they were using the back door, which I think is the back door according to me, because I've been to the bank and I've never been given opportunity to access that gate. That's one.
No, maybe the question would be, do visitors use a particular gate?
A particular gate, okay. Then the second question goes to Mrs. Bagenda. Can she prudently tell us that it is okay to blame the security from here as a senior management staff?
Hi, my name is Brenda, and I'm here to give you some safety tips that you might want to consider while fueling at a petrol station. Did you know that urgent phone call that you're dying to take could be the difference between life and death? This is why. Speaking or operating your phone while fueling at a petrol station could actually cause a spark that could lead the whole station on fire and you losing your life. So hesitate that urge to pick up that phone call for that one time that you're at a petrol station, because every life matters. Twedeco.
This message was brought to you by Viva Energy and NTV Uganda.
In many places around the globe, people cross borders because of fear, oppression, and persecution. But in East Africa, we cross borders for the right reasons: business, careers and education, trade, and much more. No wonder we are one of the world's fastest growing regions, and the East African newspaper is championing the region's growth and integration. In East Africa, we know no borders to our potential. Connect to opportunity every week with the East African newspaper. The East African, understanding the region.
NTV, turning on your world.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to NTV at 1. My name is Joel Senyonyi. Let's kick off the bulletin with the headlines. Members of Parliament probing the irregular sale of commercial banks have viewed CCTV footage of the day bags believed to contain documents were taken from the central bank. Also coming up, a Gulu Magistrates Court has issued fresh summons for the OCC IDs of Arua and Gulu. And opposition politician Felix Tshisekedi wins the Democratic Republic of Congo presidential election. Once again, a warm welcome to NTV at 1. Let's begin the bulletin now by crossing over to Parliament. Members of Parliament on the Committee for Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises have today heard that the former Executive Director for Commercial Bank Supervision, Justin Bagenda, accessed the central bank and left with several bags that were not checked by security, contrary to the law. The MPs who first viewed security footage of the movements asked Mrs. Bagenda and the bank security team about this. The committee is looking into whether Mrs. Bagenda took away several vital documents which are relevant to the inquiry into the closure of 7 commercial banks over the last 27 years. Now that probe is still ongoing in the committee. Let's cross over to Parliament and watch live pictures coming in from there.
Let's go to the security. You said he was told by the Director Security. Director Security, sorry, the consultant, that you are the one who told her about the complaint. Is it true?
Mr. Chairman, I came to learn from her that we were witch-hunting her because we are looking for a search warrant to go and check her premises. And that's why we didn't continue, because it had leaked, and so we couldn't continue. But it came from her, not from me.